Okay, here is Sharknife, my graphic novel series. Hi, I'm Corey Lewis, aka Reyyy. Reyyy. And Sharknife is my main graphic novel series. There's two books out so far, and I'm going to show them a little bit to you today, as well as the new story, Fight Machine, which is coming out now. Anyways, here is Sharknife Stage First. Stage First. This is the first book that came out. Came out a real long time ago, but it's seen multiple reprints since then. And yeah, it's good shit. I like it. The end. Video over. Just kidding. So my whole goal with this, my first book, this is actually my first like completed comic I ever made. And there's a lot of inspirations for it. Where stuff came from and stuff. This is a Scarface inspired. This is Umbra, the bad guy, in it. And then Sharknife himself, there you go. Here's a pretty epic fight scene of Sharknife fighting a big giant mutant crab thing. Yeah, so Sharknife himself is very Sentai influenced, which is, Power Rangers, transforming characters that transform into superhero modes and whatnot. That's Sharknife in a nutshell. There's Caesar Hallelujah, which is his mild-mannered, normal self, and then he eats a magic fortune cookie and turns into Sharknife, that dude right there. And it all takes place in a restaurant, and Chieko here is like the head waitress of the restaurant that they work in, which is called the Guangdong Factory. And it happens to be somewhat infested with monster embryos, so monsters escape out of the walls and try to eat the people and the food in the Guangdong Factory, and Sharknife has to come out and stop the monsters. Bada boom, bada bing. And yeah, it starts off with Chieko kind of talking directly to the reader. I like to do meta stuff like that, where break the fourth wall. Guangdong Factory, there you go. Big reveal. That's where she works. That's where this whole first book takes place. A lot of both the books take place in the Guangdong Factory. And the first book, the whole goal of it for me was to make a giant action comic. And that's what you're going to see a lot of here. Pretty much back in the day, Babylon Chalice. That's actually a Mos Def lyric. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff. The gray tones here are by Alexandro Fuentes, Los Focos. He's an amazing graphic artiste, and he super helped me create this first Sharknife book with these gray scales, man. Brought a lot of my shapes to life, for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, I like to switch up styles every now and then. It's like action-y, but then it can be like cute. Then there's lots of like fun little diagrams and stuff like that. Bonus artwork. Just crazy vibes. If you like Furikuri, FLCL anime, Power Rangers, Sentai, kind of a 90s vibe to it too. There's like a Transformers shout out right there. So yeah, the first book is really just all about the action. It's not huge on story. It's mostly just action and fights and good times. With some crazy ideas and stuff like that. And that's the first book in a nutshell. A big fat fight comic. The Guangdong Factory restaurant makes 10,000 dumplings a day. Sharknife is there to protect every single one. Ugh, yeah. I thought that was pretty cool when I thought of that. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, like I designed this whole back cover and everything too. The spine. I mean, people helped me out, of course, at Oni Press. They helped me out, steer me in the right direction on what to do with the design sometimes. But most of what you're seeing is 100% me, baby. Even the spot gloss on the cover, I was very particular about all that. Yeah, and I also did this thing on the back where it's showing a lot of panels from the actual inside of the comic, kind of like a movie does. On the back of the movie, you see like some screenshots, or a game. You see screenshots from the actual game. So I wanted to do that with Sharknife, so you get a taste without even having to open the book, So yeah, it's the first Sharknife book. And then, many years took me to make Sharknife Double Z. This one, yeah, Double Z. Sharknife Double. A lot of people are like, it's just Sharknife Double? But yeah, that's a big Z right there. In fact, it's two Zs. It's the Double Z. Yeah, and there's Sharknife right there, and Orca Sword, because basically the big cliffhanger of the first book, after Sharknife fights hordes and hordes of mutant monsters and stuff, the big reveal at the end is that Umbra, the bad guy, has his own... Oh, wait, I skipped it because there's like some bonus content in the back of this book as well. Yeah, Umbra has his own super-powered transformo called a... What do I call it now? Oh, a sheen. The armor skin the characters in Sharknife wear that certain characters possess, it's called a sheen. I've yet to like a sheen on the outside of your skin, or like an aura. That's one of the terms that is... Whoa! Blah, 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 blah. Okay, anyways, yes, character... Blah, Sharknife double Z. My thing fell over, so we're going to continue. This one took me a while to make, and yeah. There was a big gap between books, but whatever. They're both done now, so who cares? But yeah, this one's a lot bigger too, so I'm happy with that. It's like over 200 pages. This was like my comics thesis, basically, throughout my 20s and stuff, was working on this huge book. This one expands the lore of Sharknife quite a lot. There's new characters. There's an origin of Sharknife here, which involves video games and a drawing contest and, a Demon Rage specifically. A lot of Street Fighter shout-outs. There's a big fighting game component to Sharknife in general. Yeah, this opening chapter here is called Sharknife Kids. There's always some kind of bonus story in the Sharknife books and stuff like that. A little recap here showing what's all happening and stuff. Man, this book took me a long time. A lot of different... Look at all this. Building the lore and stuff. Jaga, the god shark, and there's two sides of Jaga. The red side and the black side, and that's Sharknife and Orca Sword, and blah, blah, blah. Whoa. Lots of lore building. Yeah, and even the Sharknife kids like transitions into Chieko having a dream, and then we go back to present day and blah blah blah, and then we go to Egypt, and that's within the first like 20 pages. Sharknife double Z, baby. And the whole title double Z is like a special upgrade that Sharknife is trying to get throughout the book, and he's also defeating like his 100th monster or something like that at the Guangdong factory. And he's also kind of getting complacent with his powers or something. I don't know. It's been a while since I've read it. There's more story here for sure. A lot more to kind of dig into in terms of the lore. But it's still very action-oriented. Like, look at this panel right here. My God, this book took me so long. I mean, look at this shit. And this one, yeah, wow. This one was grayscaled, helped by my buddy Dan Kierkzak, Soul Carl. So shout-outs to him for helping me basically help complete the book at the end there. This was a huge, daunting task, this book. Oh my God, over 200 pages. Look at this shit. This is before I went digital too, so making like layered, crazy stuff like this, I mean, it's kind of really no wonder it took me so damn long. I learned a lot of lessons making this book, I'll just say. Yeah. Anyways, I'm really happy with the end result. I actually haven't looked at this book in quite a long time. There's some Moray effects, whatever going on here with the halftones. Unfortunately, I don't know. I'm not like an expert with that shit quite yet. Ah, Smile Like You Mean It. That's a total Killers reference. Very popular at the time. The Killers band I was into, still into. Yeah, there's some fun. Look at that action pose, you know. Ka-cha! Yes, treats. This is pretty good shit. Damn, I haven't looked at it in a while. Damn. Man, I remember drawing this panel specifically at Bauhaus in Seattle. An epic, awesome, legendary coffee shop that is sadly no longer around. Look at this sequence here. There's like a car, and Sharknife like punts it, and the two people go ejecting out of the car. The car explodes, and there's like a mob boss in the trunk. And I think in the background, somewhere, you can see the people floating down in parachutes. I can't find it though right now. I guess I was wrong. Shit. No, it's somewhere. I'm just... Oh, there it is. Like a few panels over. Yeah, there they are. Oh, man. And yeah, this is barely even halfway into the book, all this shit. There's so much stuff. Sharknife gets ice powers. He freezes motherfuckers, breaks them up. There's blah blah blah. He gets leveled up, and Jaga comes out, the god shark. Jaga, by the way, that's a total shout out to Thundercats, obviously. Lion-O's like mentor or whatever. His name is Jaga too. But for me, it kind of sounds like a name a shark beast would have, because Jaws, Jaga, it's kind of the same thing. There's a back cover here. I really like this illustration on the back cover. Warren Ellis, man, hooking it up with the quotes. Warren Ellis, legendary comics writer, Transmetropolitan. Now he's writing like Castlevania on Netflix and shit. He's been a big booster of my books since the first early previews of Sharknife 1 came out, literally like 20 years ago or something, like crazy long time ago. He's always been a booster of my work. Super nice of him. Probably don't deserve it. I mean, I won't be self-deprecating. I like my shit. I like my shit. There's a lot more stuff happening here. Some foreshadowing for future Sharknife stuff that I still haven't come through with yet, but I'm gonna. Oh, look at this crazy panel here. Wow, nice. This is kind of a sassy, like, little kind of Ranma 1/2 panel, I always felt. Caesar's just kind of, like, annoyed at everything going on. Like, yeah, it's cute. Oh, yeah, and he, like, drops a plate. I like this. He drops a plate, the little crab lands. Oh, the plate smashes next to the crab. The crab's like, running away. And then he, like, is just kind of chilling next to some feet, and then the feet raise up, and the crab's like, what? And then stomp, and the crab's like, fuck! Like, he's just getting fucked with. And this is the big reveal to, boom! Caesar and Umbra seeing themselves finally. And, you know, I mean, I'm not like the strongest writer or whatever. They're just kind of rivals. You don't exactly know why. They're just, one of them's, you know, the main character, and one of them's the bad guy. That's all you need to know. It's kind of like, it's more of a turf thing for Umbra. It's like Coastalvania, the city that Sharknife takes place in. None of this has been super addressed in these books yet, as of yet. That's what's up. You know, it's more about just fun times and crazy shit. But yeah, they kind of talk about it in this book a little bit. But for Umbra, it's more like Caesar has this crazy power, and so does Umbra, and he doesn't know the extent of it between both of them, so he just kind of wants to test them out and shit. This is some fun shit here. I like this. This is when I was getting my final, like, burst of momentum for these books. Really hard to make them, and like at this point I like this little style here. She's like trying to climb a thing, and there's like explosions going on. It's this is fun, and that's when I was getting into the fun mindset to finish it all off. Big double Z battle at the end here, but I won't spoil the rest. You should check it out. Sharknife, they're both on Amazon and stuff, and finer booksellers. Oh god, my back kind of hurts now because I'm kind of hunching over trying to. And then anyways, okay, so there's 2 Sharknife books out, and now there's a new one coming. I'm actually, yeah, the new book. There's 2 books, and there's a third Sharknife story arc coming. And you know, these Sharknife books, the first and second are like a first and a follow-up. But going forward, I'm not trying... Oh, these are pins I'm making. These are Mario Kart-inspired pins. There's some Dead Naked. Here's some Sharknife Fight Machine. So this is the newest shit. Seems like I come back to Sharknife every 7 years or so, but I'm trying to make it more consistent now because it just has taken me a long time to get a good footing. And even like now, looking back at these now for this video, I'm like, okay, shit's pretty cool actually. Let's fucking do this. So that's what Fight Machine's all about, is trying to take all this lore I've built and put it together in a nice congealed story. It definitely continues what the first 2 books have set up, but it's also completely its own story as well. If you've never read any Sharknife before, you'll be fine just kind of going with this. As long as you can piece together stuff like the hero guy seems to be the main character, stuff like that, you know. This Sharknife fellow that the book's named after seems to be the main character, you know. That's all you need to, like, know. Because like I said, these 2 books are great fun. I think they're very experimental, unique comics in their own right. But they're not super heavy on story and shit, although this one is trying to take it to that level. But the good part about these being light on story is that you can read a new one and not really... you can get caught up pretty easily. So the new Fight Machine, as I just said, it's like taking the lore and using it in utilitarian ways for Sharknife to make it interesting and put him in interesting situations. And basically, what I just realized the question was, where did Sharknife like come from? What was the inspiration? Basically, I worked at a restaurant, and a lot of that comes from this. But I guess I'll talk about that next time, because this one's more about just talking about the books and what's going on. I'll talk about where he came from next video. But anyways, Fight Machine. What's the term? Isekai, I think, is the term, and that's like what Gantz is. It's and kind of like battle royales, stuff like that. Is characters transported to a dimension and they don't know what's going on. That's what Fight Machine is gonna be like, and that's what these opening pages are, with Kenby showing up, and he's like, "What the hell?" Ah! He's like really scared. He just emerges from the top of a city. He's just spontaneously falling, doesn't know why, and that's the whole idea behind Fight Machine. Because the thing about Sharknife Caesar is he's been a hero since basically he was born, since he's been a kid, which is, you see that in Double Z. Since he's been a little kid, he's been Sharknife, so he hasn't had like that learning curve, or at least that we have seen too much. He's just a superhero by default. So what do you do when you're already a superhero? And I don't know, One Punch Man also kind of inspired this, but mostly isekai stuff like Gantz. Basically, I'm going to be thrusting Sharknife into unforeseen situations that he'll have to kind of relearn his powers and what they are and blah, blah, blah. So that's what Fight Machine's all about. You will see. You will see. And that's the general status of Sharknife as a whole. Let's do this fancy thing. At the moment, you've got Stage First, Double Z, and now Fight Machine. Yeah, they're all like fun in their own right. I think starting at this one, it's really gonna start being like, oh shit, this is a real like world and characters and stuff like that. These two are more just like spectacles. I don't know. I feel like I'm downplaying them a little bit. They're good fun, but this one, I'm really trying hard. Anyways, that's the status of Sharknife at this moment. Next video, maybe I'll talk more about the inspirations behind the stories and characters and blah, blah, blah. And to follow Fight Machine, just follow me on the Patreon. I guess I'll just put it right down there at the bottom. I'm trying to upload monthly chapters on the Patreon. So as we continue, this is going to grow, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.